Hey everyone, we're talking about 20 Mars 2022 by Rundholz Parfums. And this actually came out in 2017, so 20 Mars 2022 in French is March 20th, 2022. It was supposed to be like futuristic at the time. A little bit weird that they would choose only 5 years into the future, but it also, it feels a little silly now given that we're already past March 2022. But as for the notes in this fragrance, pink pepper, black pepper, saffron, lovage, cinnamon, strawberry, jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, frankincense, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, cedarwood, nagarmotha, hay, vanilla, tonka bean, labdanum, musk, civet, ambergris, and castoreum. If that list didn't put you to sleep yet, it's like Roja level long. The scent itself is pretty cohesive. As with like Roja or other types of scents that use this many notes, it doesn't smell like a huge clashing mess of different things. At the beginning, it's super spicy. You're definitely going to get the woods and animalics in the background right away, but the prevailing accord at the opening is spice. Not completely dissimilar to the way something like Comme des Garçons Black EDT is in the mid and dry down, because that one's more smoky in the opening and then gets more spicy. But it has that kind of like really fresh spice where it's a modern spice, despite a lot of these notes being more old school and the scent itself kind of turning into something maybe not necessarily so modern. The spicy side of it does feel kind of like a fresh, warm, hot spice that's just kind of intriguing. I don't normally like animalic notes, but this is the kind that I can roll with. They're really well blended. It's not too piercing where it feels overwhelming or disgusting or smells like trash or something. And pretty quickly after that peppery opening, it kind of starts moving into a little bit of sweetness kind of coming in, trickling in different areas there, but I'm not really getting any noticeable, say, strawberry, vanilla, or even tonka bean and stuff like that. On the other hand, I'm also not really getting any noticeable, say, patchouli, rose, and some of the notes that I don't like. So I'm fine with some of them not standing out. The more it continues, the more it becomes... There's like a little bit of aromatic herbalness to it as well, a little bit bitter. And it's almost like... This comparison is going to sound ridiculous, but to me, it legit smells like a combination of Comme des Garçons Black EDT and like a chicken ramen flavor packet from, the cheap ramen. But not as bad as that sounds, just I don't know why my brain just goes to that. Like I had that plenty of times in my life and I know exactly what it smells like and that's just where it goes. But it's not like somebody else is probably going to smell you like, you smell like chicken ramen powder. Just an association that came up to maybe give you a bit of a reference. By the time it gets all the way to the dry down, you're looking at smoky, dry woods, almost like a cedar sauna type of thing, but with a little bit of animalic mixed in there. But really doable animalic. The animalic here is kind of like the way, in a smoky way, sort of like incense in a head shop, and I don't like that type of incense, but it's just sort of that kind of thing where it's maybe a little bit like more hippie-ish, but not in the gross way that animalics can be overly harsh. I think this definitely leans pretty mature. I don't picture someone as a teen wearing this, no matter how well put together or what kind of personality they have. Honestly, probably maybe even like 40 plus, I would say. I think you could easily wear it under that, say like late 20s or 30s or something like that. If you have like a really regal style, very mature personality and stuff. But otherwise it's going to be like, as some people say, and it sounds corny, the scent wearing you instead of you wearing the scent. If it just doesn't really go with you and you're wearing this type of scent. It smells very niche. I think that if I had smelled this before I got as into niche stuff, I would probably be like, that's gross. Like, dry and musty. But now I totally appreciate it. So I think you have to like niche, you have to like sort of mature, regal, royalty type of niche. And if you do, and you like animalic notes and dry woods and spice, I'm pretty sure that you would like this. So it goes for $140 for a 50 ml. I'm going to say that's fair because this does smell extremely niche. It's clearly very high quality. There's no way you're going to find a designer that smells just like this. and the way that they managed to blend the notes is pretty captivating and intriguing. So not an outright unfair price, and you can get a sample for probably about $6 on Lucky Scent. I will put the link in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample. Who I don't recommend this for, if you like super modern stuff, it is kind of a modern, you know, a lot of spice at the beginning, but the way that it dries down is a little bit more old school. Not dated, just mature leaning, older leaning. This is very unisex overall, but it's not something that's just going to be a huge compliment magnet attracting people everywhere you go. It's kind of a specific type that would be attracted to this, that would be looking for that like mature royalty type of thing. And I think people who do like it are going to really like it. Would I wear it? No. I mean, I'm really picky about what I would wear, so that's not an insult explicitly to this. And the other reason being, I already have Comme des Garçons Black EDT. Not that this is a dupe by any means. That one's a lot less kind of mature leaning and like, you know, animalic and all these extra notes going on or whatever. But it accomplishes the same type of thing that I would get out of this fragrance, which is like a really spicy woods dryness sort of. So for that reason I wouldn't, but I do think it's really well done. And I think that if you're kind of interested in exploring niche a bit further, this is a good one to check out to maybe kind of gauge how you feel about well blended, kind of slightly more palatable animalic notes. So yeah, let me know what you think if you tried it.